Hello. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I'm here to help you learn the Speak Out exercises and help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out home practice routine. At Parkinson Voice Project, we know that it is challenging to do your speak out exercises every day, but we also know that several of our patients tell us, if I skip just maybe 3 days of doing my exercises, I can tell a big difference in my speech, the way my voice sounds, and my swallowing. So we want you to do your exercises every day, and we'll do everything we can to help you. If you have not signed into the chat yet, go ahead and do that. Where it says type in your nickname, just put your first name and where you're from. I want you to be able to see all the cute photos and images that are posted. Even if you're not going to chat throughout the session, that's fine. But those cute images, you're missing out if you're not seeing them. Today we're going to talk about college. We're going to learn some information. I thought it was interesting. So let's all say college with intent. Ready? College. Are you speaking out? Say it again. College. And before we smile with intent, we need a little inspiration. This is Rick from British Columbia. Rick, in 2019, he was awarded the Local Hero Award for his work in emergency services. The award was given by the Campbell River Mirror, a local paper, and now Rick volunteers with the Parkinson Society of BC as a local facilitator. Rick, thank you so much for submitting that photo. I love getting to see you, and I want more of you to send us your photos. Send us, they can be of you, your family, something you're proud of, you showing off a neat hobby. I would love to see what you look like. That would be wonderful. All right. Let's all smile with intent like Rick did when he received that award. Give me your best smile. And now take your sip of water. Make sure that you swallow with intent. That means to be deliberate and purposeful as you swallow. We're going to get started with the first speak out exercise called the warm-up. Lift your voice and project it up. Make your voice fly in front of you over your computer. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Really exaggerate. The more you exaggerate, the better. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Look across your room. What do you see? In front of me, I have a camera and the wall. So I'm going to project my voice forward. The wall is my target. Find your target. Make your voice travel all the way forward. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't let it trail off. Do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. We are speaking out. That's the name of our program. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very nice. Take a sip of water and do it with intent. You have to use enough effort in order to exercise the speech and the swallowing muscles. We don't want to just go through the motions. Let's move on to the next speak out exercise, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth wide. It should be in the shape of ah, and that should be the sound. Ready? Ah. Did you hit your target? Did the sound travel forward and hit that target? Try it again. No need to hold the ah longer than that, and if it's shorter, it's fine. Let's do it again. Good. I need to get a sip of water. I am using too much intent. All right. Let's do one. We'll do a shorter one. One more. Good. We are done with the ahs. Take a sip of water with intent. Sandy brought in these flowers today. She's responsible for making sure we have beautiful flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? They're really pretty. All right. Now we're moving on to speak out exercise number 3, the glides. Project out a steady ah first. So don't start gliding right away. We're taking control. Steady ah, and then start gliding. Here we go. Ah, ah. Good. Let's do it again. Ah, ah. When people glide down, they tend to drop their head, close their mouth, and the sound goes this way instead of speaking out. So be mindful about that. Okay, as you're gliding down, the mouth is staying open. The sound is getting stronger. Let's start high and glide down. Ready? Ah. Good. Let's try it again. Start high. Ah. And one more from the beginning. Ah. Ah. We're done with the glides. Take your sip of water and we'll move on to the counting. Whoops. All right, we're going to count to 12. The number 3, the number 6, the number 9, the number 12. I want it to hit the target. The sound is traveling in front of you. The name of the program is called Speak Out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you see? I'm projecting forward. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is not easy. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort are you putting forth into these exercises? You can just say it with intent, or you can chat the number. How much effort are you putting forth? We don't want to be yelling. We're not screaming. That's not what Speak Out is about, but it does take effort. Let's do the counting one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, take a sip of water and we're going to move on to the reading. We're going to learn more about universities. Where did you go to school? And I understand that enrollment in universities is actually down. You know what? I need to make this a little bit bigger. Hold on one second. That's better. Okay. So let's read these sentences together and emphasize the highlighted words. Ready? There are about 50,000 universities worldwide. I did not know that. Let's read it again. There are about 50,000 universities worldwide. Make sure you are speaking out. Ready? India has the most universities, 8,140. I want you to read it again and speak out more. India has the most universities, 8,140. Next. At least 80,000, sorry, wrong. Let's read it again. At least 80% of college students change their majors. All right, again. At least 80% of college students change their major. You know what? I changed my major. When I entered college, I went to the University of North Texas in Denton, Texas. And my degree, I actually have a double major, but I went into college, I thought I was going to be an English teacher. That's what I went to school for, and I needed a minor. And those of you that have been practicing with me for a while know that I was born with a cleft palate. I have a lot of ear problems. I actually don't hear out of my left ear. I've had 11 surgeries total. So my major was English. I was told by my counselor, you need to find a minor. And so, I thought, I'll just go and take some classes in communication disorders. And I loved it, so I ended up double majoring and then got my master's in speech language pathology. But I thought I would be teaching Shakespeare. That's what I was going to do. All right, let's go ahead and read this quote. The future depends on what you do today. Again, the future depends on what you do today. All right, now for the conversation, I want you to name 3 items you would find in a college dorm. Say each one with intent. We are thinking about our answers and speaking out. What advice would you give to a college student? All right, let's do Dr. Boone's words. Ready? Gula ganga ga. Speak out. Gula ganga ga. The next one. Kukamangu ka. Kukamangu ka. Next one, come on. Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Take a sip of water. We're going to do the bonus reading. Here's the bell. I found this on the internet. I thought it was interesting. Read it with me with intent. Emphasize the highlighted words. Here we go. Globally, there are 4 recognized university ranking systems. The top, hold on one second. I'm sorry, hold on. I need to make this just a little bit. Aha, there we go. Okay, let's start over. We'll start with globally. Ready? Globally, there are 4 recognized university ranking systems. The top 10 universities are Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Harvard University, University of Oxford, Stanford University, University of Cambridge, University of California, Berkeley, Imperial College London, California Institute of Technology, Princeton University, University of Pennsylvania. Did you know that we have a Speak Out Therapy and Research Center at Penn State? We do. If you live in the state of Pennsylvania, it doesn't matter where because the treatment is done online, you can be treated. I'm going to ask Sandy to post a link to all of our Speak Out Therapy and Research Centers, and they're housed in university clinics across the U.S., and we have 29 of them. So if you're looking for a Speak Out provider, you can call one of the centers or look for a different provider. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that as you are learning to speak and swallow with intent, that you are applying intent to everything that you're doing. Have a great day.